That's why. That's nothing personal. But that's why, like,
yeah.
I always gave you a hard time because I'm like, man, dude, how come I couldn't come to the party, dog? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, well, hey, take it as a compliment in a weird way because nobody ever tried to lock you out, but like literally, I dove into moto without about it. It was because of skateboarding. So it's like at the time there was like terra firma and you guys was all I could draw from, not being out there. So it's like, yeah, we grabbed bubs, but it was also through Seth. Anyways, I know exactly what you mean. I totally feel like you guys created something new. But in all honesty, I was trying to not copy you. Like Triple X, SMP, all those guys kind of took your formula. I was like, I don't want to be a copy because really we didn't know what Shift's first video was going to be. And I was like, we don't want to do, like, if we did that format.
Hey, Maestro, can we see Adam on the screen?
Yeah, I can put Adam up. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're watching some guy take.
It's all good. Like we've rolled together through so many things over the years. Dana, I've come to appreciate it.
Oh shit! What happened?
Oh, that I know what that is. The midgets.
Where?
Oh God.
That's the midget.
The funny thing though, Dana, about it is like I have to think of like the Rolling Stones. Like Ronnie Wood has been in the band for 30 years, but he's still the new guy. You guys have been doing moto filming for like whatever, 27 years. I've been doing it for like 24. I'm still the new guy.
No disrespect. You've always been like, you've always had hella respect in my book and badass. I just never showed it to you because like I always felt like fuck they came and like I was stoked on all the stuff you did, but you're like, oh, you guys are in my front yard, and I'm like, I can't even come out the fucking house.
Well, hey, if we ever get Baco off the ground, you're getting a roll. How's that?
Well, of course, all those guys were fucking. At that time they were all gonna be.
I think Dana's getting Baco'd right now.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I'm getting Baco'd right now.
You're the star of Baco right now. Yeah.
Well, that was the same thing like with the fucking freestyle motocross when it's like we pulled the whole Vegas thing together, you know what I mean? And like my whole 4-leaf entertainment with Lofty and Jimbo, and all of a sudden fucking it was a success, and they're like fucking I didn't talk to those guys for a while after that. Like all of a sudden I'm like the guy on the fucking island. Hey, what is that photo? Is that Bub? Oh, that's a midget.
Oh Jesus!
Why don't you play? Okay.
Wait! What is Bubba lost?
Adam, explain to us, like how you came up with this concept and the movie that Adam and Troy Adamitis made is called Fresno Smooth. And just for everybody, our listeners out there, this is Adam Barker, our guest today. We're waiting for big old Bubba, but he's traveling in Australia and kind of hitting in between, cell towers or whatever. But give us the story. How did you and Troy come up with this concept? And I know because it started with the Fox boys that we were then working with to do Shift.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, it went down like this.
Hold on one quick second, Adam. Hang on. So sorry. Time. Just give me 30 seconds here, because since we're gonna totally start the show now without Bubba, just give me just 30 seconds here, and then John, I'll just have you reintroduce him. So sorry. Give me 30 seconds.
Yeah. Are we live yet? Are we going live or what?
No, we've been live the whole time.
But I just need to start recording.
But are we going to go live again? Because
No. Well, we're live right now. Just give me.
You got to take the rips all over again.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to go live. I'm like, go live, dog.
Okay. So now, go ahead there, John. Please introduce our week guest that's here this week, Mr. Adam Barker. Go ahead, John.
We're already live. How are you going to do that?
So today we have our special guest. We had him last week with Mr. Larry Linkogle, but this is Adam Barker has joined us again. because we have a lot more to talk about with Mr. Adam Barker.
Yeah, because Adam Barker
yeah.
Adam Barker is a badass and came into Huntington Beach back in the day. It was right after what, Adam, Crusty 2 or Crusty 1?
I was at the Crusty 2 premiere. That was my
Crusty 2.
Yeah, that was my intro to you guys.
It was after Crusty 2. And then Adam came in and somehow you wrote or came up with the most ridiculous freaking movie on the planet in motocross, right?
It's kind of like Fast Times meets Ridgemont High meets Crusty.
Yeah, and this
basically.
This is where I was chiming in on Adam, giving him a hard time because he like popped in with like full blown motion picture guy, full blown like everybody was
absolutely not.
Well, those guys that like the Bubbas and Seths and all them, you took them to a different place, you know what I mean, than they were at.
Yeah.
And I don't know what kind of cameras you guys were running back then and everything, because I wasn't there. I was down the street. But when you guys filmed at
16 mil, right, Adam?
Yeah, Fresno was on a Arri SR2 16 millimeter.
16 millimeter film, yeah.
And then you guys, when you came in, you guys did the whole thing with Bob and Seth and everybody. What was the skit that you did at 17th Street?
I don't even know what 17th Street is.
It was the donut shop.
What the fuck did we shoot there?
You shot something at the donut shop because we did Bubba's.
Was it Russ? Something like that.
We did
that was at the Mexican food store in Riverside.
And how the hell
that was a funny shoot.
How the hell did you get all these?
Jana,
go ahead.
You're curious. I'll tell you how the whole thing started. It was, I'll try to make it quick, but how Fox grabbed me and how I became part of what would ultimately become good 14 years of my career shooting freestyle motocross and supercross and whatever else was I went to San Jose State. I had gotten into a film school and my dad's like, well, I'm not going to pay for any of it if, I don't think there's a future there. So, we agreed on advertising, but I was a little pissed. But, when I went there, I was like, fuck it. I was too rebellious. And so I made a feature at my school on a VHS camera or a mini DV camera, whatever, with some shitty camera. Literally a full feature-length movie. And I had all the skaters in it, all the football guys in it, just anybody I could grab. And everybody wore wigs, and it was like a full feature. Well, the premiere at our school, even though it wasn't for school credit, I was there for advertising, it blew up. And it blew up all over our campus. And, people were bootlegging because it was before the internet. And John Fox got a copy of it and showed it to Greg. Greg lost his mind and is like, dude, this guy is off his rocker creatively. We got to get him. So literally, that's the truth of it. I was about to graduate college to go right into advertising. Had my long grunge hair, I was ready to cut it all and whatever. Just go for it. And Greg Fox, brought me in and was like, hey, we're starting to do a lot more filming and we want some edgier stuff that's like skate videos. And I was like, that was my resume. I'm like, that's all I do is skate and watch skate videos. And so that's why there's a bunch of skaters in my movie. And that's where it started. The very first thing, here's a funny little part. I love Greg Fox. He was always so cool. So it was Greg Fox. But when he first started, I was like, he's like, we really liked your movie, and this is how good I sold myself. I go, dude, I don't even know how I got through it. I go, I really barely know what I'm doing. That's what I told Greg, who's trying to hire me. He's like, well, it still came out, cool, and we could see all the creativity, and he goes, we'll teach you. And I was like, that was just a fucking dream come true because I had so much fun making my movie. But I remember Greg's like, he writes down, he goes, here's how much we'll pay you, totally like in a movie. He writes on a piece of paper and he slides it to me. So I look at the piece of paper and my response to that was like, dude, you don't got to pay me that much. I love doing this. I mean, because then you literally, another couple of years in, everything becomes about, well, how much do I get? But it was so innocent at that point and so fucking exciting that I was trying to quickly date myself with moto. So at that time, there was no freestyle video other than Crusty One and the earliest Terra Firmas, and I'm sure Moto Triple X is going to call and yell, "We were out too." I didn't see it, so it was to me it was the Fox Library, which was sick. I mean, those guys were really fairly revolutionary as well, taking their thing, but it was a lot more Fox based. You guys, who I knew from the Crusty, from
Creatures of Habit.
I already knew your style, and a lot of the shots from the latest Creatures of Habit actually were in Crusty One, and so of course I'm like, that's I got this, and then so I was working with Greg. The very first thing I was ever given to do was to edit a segment, and it was really funny because it was Little Carmichael, Little Pastrana, and Little Bubba Stewart all together for Terra Firma 2. That was the first thing I ever did, is edit those three guys, and which later would become like three massive champions in their own right. But so that was the first thing, and then very quickly it was like, okay, well, Shift is coming in to separate from Fox. The family Fox is going to now have
you got blown out.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Maestro, you're blowing us out.
I know, it's getting to story time. But anyway, so the idea was, what is Shift's movie going to be? And it was like, I just did not want to do a carbon copy of Crusty. You guys had that format. I mean, it was original at the time. Everybody's copied it since. So in all honesty, I was trying to not copy you. It was Seth, we had Emig, and from the Fox side, I was like, we got to get Metzger in. Like, it's also infant, but I was like, Metzger's amazing. He's so funny. He's going to be great. So I had those three as my base, and then it was like, okay, well, I made this movie in college. Let's start talking about making a movie starring these guys, and that's really what it was. And so, well, actually, rewind. The first one was supposed to be about Dave Mirra. It was going to be in the BMX. Pete Fox said, I love the idea of doing a feature with these guys acting. Let's do it in moto. So that was Pete's part of it. So then it bumped up. Who is Shift? Who are these guys? And then it was Seth, Fro, and I brought on Metz, and that was my base. The first guy we got to, oh God, I have a pretty funny story. The first outside person we got was Ron Jeremy. There's a really funny story.
Tell us.
I don't know if we want to go too story.
Tell us.
Okay. I don't know who I'm throwing under the bus. So I mean, you have to rewind it to 1999, and it was pre-internet, which just seems so archaic now. But we were like, how the hell can we get a hold of Ron Jeremy? And so.
And who is Ron Jeremy?
Wait, whoa. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So are you responsible? Is that the reason Ron Jeremy showed up at our Crusty 3 premiere?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Awesome. Well, I'm glad we started with a nice riot.
And that whole thing came up because the guy that was one of my roommates during college was just obsessed with him, and he was super funny. This guy named Phil. He loved Slayer and he loved Ron Jeremy, and he was like, he convinced me that that Ron was pretty funny. And
just for the fans out there that don't know, Ron Jeremy at that time was the pinnacle of porn star man.
Yeah, but not the most attractive dude. So the fact that not an attractive dude is in all these porns, but he always had storylines, and that was what we thought was funny. But also getting together with the top starlets of the day. So the story goes like this, and it involves Damian Sanders. So I'm sure he's gonna not be too stoked, but I'll try to make it go light. So the very first thing we did is there was going to be a porn convention in Vegas, and so God, I can't remember his name. One of the guys at Fox said, hey, my friend Damian Sanders is there doing some stuff. And I knew Damian because of your guys' videos. And so he's like, go out there. He'll get you some passes. He'll hook it up and you guys can get into the convention and go meet Ron. I was like, okay. So literally like 2 weeks weeks out of college. I'm on a plane to Vegas to go meet Ron Jeremy to get him into a movie that I'm going to be doing with all these freestyle motocross pros. I'm going, how did my life get so good? So I get to Vegas. This part's funny, and Damien, apologies in advance. I knock on his door, and it's like noon or something. It's daytime. Opens up, and you couldn't trash a hotel room harder if you tried. It felt like a set if they were doing the Sex Pistols movie. It was, everything in there was completely shattered, but he answered totally of sound mind and couldn't be nicer, more polite. Come on in. How's it going? I heard about, whatever. Yeah, I got you guys some passes and everything else. And I'm just looking around the room just going, oh my God, this is insane. So he gets me 2 passes to the porn convention, and I'm leaving, and he goes, hey, can you do me a favor in return? I'm yeah, do anything. What's up? He goes, hey, I got this girl that's kind of out of her mind, and I just need someone to sort of take her back to her hotel. And I was like, yeah, no problem. And so he passes, and I get my high school buddy to come with me. He passes this amazingly beautiful girl off, and she's like definitely torqued, and so I'm like, hey, well, we're gonna make sure you get to your hotel safe. We get about to the elevator, and I mean, she just on us, and I'm looking at my buddy from high school going, it wasn't anything that I was used to, and let's just say it got a little crazy in the middle of the day from there, and I was like, what the fuck is this new industry? Like, how did I land in this fucking job? And it was befriending Ron Jeremy, who I had my pitch already as if he was going to say no. I got 3 words into it. He goes, yeah, I'll do it. Fuck it. And from there, it was actually Ron that got me in touch with Lemmy, which is funny because Ron Jeremy was very funny and a very cool guy. And he's yeah, we're trying to just get whoever we can at this point. And, and that's where we got in touch with Lemmy.
Yo, John.
Yeah. And so anyways, that's how the whole thing began. And from there, the more scenes we filmed, the more I would just keep reaching out to anybody I could to just start filling it with cameos. And obviously coming from skating, I knew Hawk from Del Mar, who I was a Del Mar skate ranch kid. So I got Hawk, and then I was able to drop those names. And then, pretty soon it was just the more cameos, we were rewriting the script as we went, and it was an opportunity to.
Did you skate?
Yeah, absolutely. I had a half pipe in my yard all growing up.
I had a million. Did you skate vert?
9-footer, half pipe.
Did you skate vert?
Yeah, that's all I did.
Dude, that's awesome. That's where I came from. I used to skate the Henry Hester series. I used to hang out Neil Blender and Lester Kasai and
dude, Neil Blender is my all-time favorite. I was a few years later, but I did all the castle contests.
Dude, I became a professional snowboarder because of Neil Blender.
Neil was my hero, dude. His art, his style.
Yeah. Well, the first ever snowboard, he turned us on to these. It was like a plastic sim snowboard thing. Then we went and bought them, and it had a skateboard deck bolted on the top. But we used to skate at Skate City in Whittier. If you ever heard of Whittier,
yeah, of course.
That was my local park. But we started at Skatopia back in the day.
Yeah. By the time I got into it, pretty much Upland was getting torn down, and Del Mar Skate Ranch was the last of the Mohicans for California skate parks. But I used to I was already getting creative. I had a camera and a dark room in my closet, so I was making zines. I got in the whole zine deal.
Nice.
And, skating was just everything to me. It was I love that whole fucking culture. Transworld and Thrasher were my Bibles. I'd read them a million times, make my own zine, and just hang out at the skate ranch anytime I could convince my parents to take me there and drop me off for the weekend. So
I used to go to Skater Cross all the time with Mr. Bert Lamar. Bert Lamar was a good friend of mine, and that's the whole reason that I got into snowboarding, because of Bert, and skateboarding with Bert Lamar over here at Skatercross. And that led me to go up to like Snow Summit or something like that, Dana. Remember? And we met each other.
Yeah, we met through
because of
Dribble.
skating, and Bert brought me up there, and I was like, oh my God. And I'm a surfer. I was like, you mean you can surf in a mountain? This is incredible. Like, I'm like, that's the longest wave I've ever caught in my whole life. This is awesome.
Yeah.
But that's how I met Dana, through Bert Lamar, through skateboarding and all that. And it turned into, you know, the early days of snowboarding. And they told me that will never last.
Yeah.
Skiers were like, you guys, you know, you slide sideways and all that stuff.
Speaking of movies, that was our first movie. And the funny thing is, when I met John, I just came off of the Western Front, and Damien and them. I used to live with Damien. Speaking of Damien, and he stayed in Tahoe, and they were filming Critical Condition with Joey and Artie. And I met John. He's like, he wanted to make a snowboard movie. So I'm like, fuck, are you kidding me? Because I just got, you know, kind of bumped out of the movie we were making up there because I was down here. So we took off on that mission. But it's funny. Remember this, John?
Yeah.
Paul did the same thing in his, like, Pepperdine. And I remember seeing one of your old, like, horror films like you're talking about.
Yeah, of course.
And it's such a fucked up movie. Like if you would have mixed that stuff.
I killed my roommate with a puppet.
Yeah.
We've never talked about this, John.
Dude,
We got to sorry, go ahead.
Adam, it would have been Fresno Smooth if John would have mixed like instead of me with him, if he would have mixed the motocross with what he did, he could have made, like, right, Johnny? Because like what you're saying, that crazy mix. And that's
I think Adam did a little mix, a little bit of horror, a little bit of gangster, this, that. We were just filming real people doing crazy stuff and inventing characters. And I think that Adam saw that, you know, what we were doing with our antics in real life, to make a script around that. If I'm correct, Adam, that you saw these guys as characters and you wrote them each apart.
Yeah, but Johnny, I don't think he's ever seen your college project like he was talking about his college project, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that
Probably not.
Needs to be a movie night right there, John.
Like, trust me, right there, I can see that. Like, you guys fucking swap those projects. You fuck.
Then we got to do it for sure. And I kind of even got lucky with that. A couple of the skaters that were San Jose guys that I put in it ended up becoming massive pros too, like Louis Barletta from Enjoy and Chad Gonzalez. And so, you know, I don't know. But yeah, John, all those years of us talking shit and everything, how did we not ever discuss or watch each other's college movies? Like, that's fucking insane. Like, we got to do a double feature and hit those up. Like, I'm dying to see it. That would be so amazing.
Hey,
I'd have to go find it.
I mean, so did I for the secret footage we're going to show here about Bubba. But what the fuck is Bubba, who's lost in Australia at a truck stop for those?
Let's go ahead with our episode, and why don't we start with Flash O'Callahan?
Yeah,
Crusty 13, and
give it a little intro because I had known you guys.
Okay.
I had known you guys the whole way through, and finally, John, talk about how it began.
Okay. Well, for the fans out there, you know, they grew up with Bubba in Crusty 2 when he went down the hill and you know, get off my land, you know, you damn dirt bikers, and this whole thing. And we turned Bubba into a character. He survived the role.
Well, wait, let's back it up.
Well, I'm just going to say that we developed Bubba into a character. So
not a character. Bubba cries to me every year about what am I going to do? What's my thing? So I invent a vehicle or a stunt for that fucker
That
to
is
do.
true. Yes.
And then John, and then I call John and go, I got a great idea. Sometimes it just starts with going to the fucking swap meet and finding a funny helmet.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like I like to keep Bub on the line. We can say there was a couple dummies maybe here and there, but for the most part, we've been pretty good about making them.
Bubba's taken some lumps. Let's put it that way, fans.
Oh yeah. Like the mini bike. The mini bike.
He's gotten worked over the years. Yeah.
He's done good, and the biggest thing, like the Flash O'Callahan stuff, like I was telling you on the last show, like, dude, there's never been a character that's played a character as good as Adam. Adam was just fucking, dude, he kill me every time I watch that, and I get so into it that I forget that I made Bub's flying buggy, and it's like so perfect, and it fucking landed, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Sometimes it fucking tricks me.
So I think the backstory on this is, I think I was telling you, Adam, that what we wanted to do with Bub, and we wanted to fly this buggy and drop it from a helicopter and make this whole thing. And I want to make you a character, but your character is going to be like a guy on 7 Red Bulls and about 8 coffees with like triple sugars in all of them. So that was your character, and you're kind of like a Dana. How did you describe him?
He's a fucking car salesman, Flash O'Callahan. Yeah,
yeah.
He's
trying to sell us a car and a bit of Geraldo.
Yeah,
Rivera.
I think. The way I kind of remember it was going to be. John called me up, but it was like we were going to be making fun of like the ESPN guy, and I think David's the one that's like pretend like you're whacked on a shitload of Red Bulls or whatever, and I was like, okay, I got this. But the irony is, I had put so many non-actors in skits and directed them and did the improv. I never had it flipped on me really until this. So I was like, so I felt this like, I better put my money where my mouth is. They're doing to me what I do to everybody else. So it was like, okay, I better fucking come correct. So,
I'm looking at, you had like, the boom guy hitting you in the head and the whole thing. And, oh my God.
Direction from you guys. You know, sometimes, John, you wouldn't have it thought out. Just go say something here, and I just remember going, I'm going to give them all I can. I'm just going to keep winging whatever we got, and we shot a fuckload of takes of everything. I don't know how you guys cut it together.
One of my favorite shots that's coming up, and we're going to show this here, is when you're running after the helicopter when Bubba's getting picked up and you're trying to hold the mic up.
I was going to say the same fucking thing. Dude. I'm like, dude, I was just sitting here cracking up, going, fucking guy. Like, if that's you, Adam, it's your character coming through. It's so fucking funny, dude. It's awesome. Like, let's run this shit.
Well, I knew the legacy. I had worked with you guys, and I was so stoked to be like given an opportunity to be in one. So here we go.
Here we go.
Another episode of World Record. Flash O'Callahan, Way Extreme News. We are here live for another first. Jim, Bubba, Jason is getting ready behind us. What's the mood? It's extreme. We're here live. The helicopter has just arrived. Before maybe another 10, 15 minutes, Bubba, as far as I know, will be going up into the helicopter and going for his world record drop. The chances of bloodshed, would you say?
Beans.
1 and 2, 2 and 4, 3 and 6. Where are we at? I say about 33 and 3% out of 99. 33 and 3%. No stranger to being a daredevil. Seth, let me ask you this.
That's right.
Now, a drop, what exactly is that?
Well, Bubba wants to reach 3 digits, so he's going for 100-foot plus, elevated above the ground with a helicopter, and then released, and hopefully lands on this transition that they built with the tractors.
What are we going to see today?
Well, it hasn't been unveiled yet, but we're about to pull back the tarp and show everybody what the tool is for this job.
Bubba, the amount of skill it required, I guess, is
That's pretty good too.
He's had a burrito and the six-pack. I think he's ready.
Bubs. There he is.
Moments before the jump, I heard you had a special rig going. People have been dropped in all kinds of things, barrels, other things that look like barrels. What are you dropping in today?
Well, I got a specialized jet buggy that was built specially for this job. We had a bunch of NASA scientists and engineers that have been working on it for the last couple of months now. And today
Maestro, we lost picture.
And we're going to make the world record drop. You heard it. Walter Flash O'Callahan, Way Extreme News.
Maestro, we need to stop.
Blow out.
World record we
Right.
have it here.
Oh, no.
That's a 93-foot straight drop to the ground. Well, I wouldn't be a man if I didn't go for 100
There's your buggy, D. Dana's creation right there.
Bubba, what is going on?
Hey, that thing cost me like 3 or 4 airplanes.
Fire it up. Now, what exactly does that mean? Walk us through the steps in these critical moments.
Well, it's really not that hard, guy. Just flip the button.
Flip a button. Oh, my God. Let's do it. Extreme. You heard it. Flash O'Callahan, Way Extreme TV. News. We're here live.
Here he is.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name's Big Bouncing Billy.
And explain to the people what exactly is a drop.
Pretty much they take me in the air and they drop me.
What was your exact Guinness record? Where do they have you clocked in at?
They had me clocked in at 90.3 exact.
That is high. Found out that there is steroid use involved in some of the drops. Have you ever done steroids?
I've never been tested or nothing like that, but no, I
We found that guy on the day.
Lose everything in the moments. As you can see, the hook has just been. There's no way out right now. Extreme TV. This is extreme action. This is everything we've always wanted. Bubba, the last minute you're fastening the helmet. Are there any last thoughts?
No, there isn't. We live on the edge, and this is life.
If there was ever a time, it is now. If there was ever a place, it is here.
There you go.
Everything feels good in here. Let's do a pass and see if we can raise her up a little bit.
We're going to be coming in about a 23-degree angle with just your yacht.
Lake Elsinore.
I think we can kick her off enough.
I don't want to bring Bobby in too fast.
I can't believe how good that thing went behind the fleet perfect.
50 feet, let's go.
Ready for release. 3, 2, 1, release.
Oh, Bob.
Oh my gosh, he's just landed. It was an incredible jump. He broke a new drop record. Oh my God, the new world record here. Make sure it is all right. It was a technical jump. The wind went your way. You must have been sailing. Everything worked out technically. Do you have any words? I know you do have the record from Bouncing Billy. How does that make you feel? You are the new world record drop holder.
It's good to be a world record holder. Put my nuts way up my
It
ass.
hurts right now, people, because he dropped 153 feet. That's right. New drop record. Way Extreme TV. This is Flash McCallahan saying, stay dangerous, America.
Whoa.
It's funny to look back at that stuff.
Yeah, I think we got issues.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my God,
funny.
that was crazy.
Oh, fucking Wizard, what you got going on? You just,
Maestro, bring us back in.
Maestro's on acid right now. Hang on, guys. Hang on, everybody.
I think your bong rip floated over to his house.
Yeah, Maestro's My show's on a bar rip. He's up to the ringer.
I love it.
Hey, Barker, you still there?
Yeah. Oh my
We're
God,
all
that's
still
amazing.
here. We're all still here. Life is good.
Hey, call.
So Barker, where'd you get that suit?
Well, that one was just whatever. When I got called back to do Flash O'Callahan, I actually went to a thrift store and found that green suit, which I had someone sew a big X on the back.
Oh,
And,
that's right.
That suit was, I was kind of proud of. But
that one was the one we did last week.
Yeah, this one
I
was just trying to look like one of those ESPN guys.
So we're gonna go like John Wick and get to number 4.
I did. If you guys call me to do Flash O'Callahan for anything, I'm back in.
That's it.
It's funny because I end up working for this fitness company and working with Tony Horton a lot, and his thing was this, and I'm like, I had it first, motherfucker.
Is that Bubba?
Yeah. Oh no! This was what I was gonna sneak attack Bubba with. He always talks about in Fresno. Well, if we want to go there now, but in Fresno, we had one scene with Bubba where he runs up the stairs, and I wanted him to really puke. And
why don't we go into a bit of the things that we have on Fresno Smooth, and we'll kind of lead into that.
Yeah, hey, why don't you call him on the phone, Johnny, and we'll just put him on the speaker and we'll talk shit on him while we're watching.
Good.
And you want me to dial it into 159? The cop intro?
Yeah, go to that.
All right, cool.
Sorry for all the
This is our character that we invented in, I think Creatures of Habit was the first time, D.
For Bubba?
Yeah, Bubba. We blew his head off.
Yeah, we had him in Creatures of Habit.
We shot him with a cannon, blew his head off.
I never put 2 and 2 together.
Number 2 was when he came rolling down the hill, and that's probably where you knew him from.
That was 100% it.
Yeah. And then you created this character into a cop that's pissed off and freaking out. He's got a wife that's pregnant and drinking beer, and I ain't having no Blade Flanagan Jr.
Yeah.
Which you had Christian Fletcher play as a star on a soap opera.
Yeah, and I mean, my whole deal
wife was infatuated with her, but we didn't know that there was some problems with his girl on that soap opera for Christian.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean problems with his girl?
Christian's girl.
Oh, yeah.
Standing up, taking a piss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody's everything now, man. What are you talking about? Everybody's everything.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, it's raining. All right, call Bub's ass. Let's fuck with his ass.
I just tried him. Anyways.
All right, well, let's play some shit then.
Let's play some of the Fresno Smooth for people.
Maestro, he's all, fuck, where's the button? Hit the button. Holy shit. Holy moly.
Bubs. Hello. You're live in audio. We're going to be watching Fresno Smooth.
Hi, Bub.
Bubba!
Bub's stuck in the Outback.
Nice.
He's got a big girl trying to tow him out.
Well, throw back arch, Bub.
I should have worn my sports coat. The kids are bouncing in my face.
Yeah, just for the fans out there, we're talking to Bubba here. He's over in Australia trying to figure out how to get out of the Outback and get down to the Gold Coast. Sunshine Coast.
Yeah, you know, it's just hard to get wireless out here, and we stopped, and you know, it just didn't work out. But sorry about that, guys. But anyways,
You got trucker butt now? All the truck stops?
Hey, bub, that's okay.
trucker butt, dude. wet wipes, fucking an empty beer bottle to pee in, the whole everything.
Nice.
In the horn. But no, it's nice out here. I decided to ride up with Troy back to his house out in the Sunny Coast, so we can you know, plan on putting together the new show.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. That's why I'm staying a couple extra weeks.
So Bubba's out for the fans out there. Bubba's traveling across Australia right now with a great promoter. His name is Troy Garcia, and he's got several monster trucks. So the idea for us is hopefully, because Dana and I had a hell of a lot of fun with our first monster truck that we did in Perth. So the idea is that Bubba and Troy and me, Dana, we're all gonna design a new Crusty Demons monster truck and extravaganza type of show. So we'll keep you posted on that one.
And I'm gonna drive that bitch. When
it's a full motorsports tour. We're gonna do something a little different, not just dirt bikes. We're gonna have a bunch of dirt bikes. We're gonna have quads. We're gonna have desert trucks. We're gonna have monster trucks.
Rocket cars.
You can put gas into, and it's gonna be a motorsports bonanza, super blowout.
Like the Metallica song, "Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that what I desire."
Oh shit! Don't sing, John.
To have a full show that no one else, it's time. We've been doing it for over 20 years. There's so many other people that are kind of doing the same thing that, you know, over and over and over again. We're just trying to think outside the box and bring some live entertainment.
Well, it's basically you get fuel and you light it.
Hey, you know what the funny thing, Bob?
All of our stuff that we have, we just blow it up.
Well, I think Bub will.
We're gonna blow shit up, man.
Hey, Bub, I think you'll contest to everybody else's show. They're just landing on a bunch of airbags, and some of the old school motocrossers are kind of like scratching their head on all that airbag stuff. So I think we're going to design something where,
the riders want airbags, and we'll have some landings that aren't airbags for the guys that, you know, have to tuck their nuts in their socks, you know, real men. I understand the safety issue, but that's kind of the way it is these days with you know, the new freestyle riders and stuff like that. Remember, they're just doing the same shit we did 20 years ago with maybe an extra kick or twist. You know what I mean? But they're all talented and they're all good at what they do. But we're going to bring a lot more other motorsports in and make it, you know, a big bonanza of you know, loading gas. I'm saying.
And a rocket car, right, Bub?
Oh, we got a rocket car that's going to burn things down.
Yeah, the fucking thing almost burnt me up.
It actually melts cars. Yeah.
It almost burnt me up in Perth.
There's going to be all kinds of acts. And, we're just building it right now, but even the pre-show, like, where you can get, we'll have a bunch of riders and driving trucks, whatever it is. Everyone gets to meet everyone. We're going to have novelties for sale. You know, it's going to be a fun pre-show as well as a show. So, all in package in one day. You know what I mean?
And good plug for pretty much the kids, mom, dad. You know, you could be in your 20s, whatever. It's entertainment, and it's good to be back. I must say, Bubba, you know, after we went through the whole virus thing, we weren't allowed to go and travel. So we kind of had a hiatus of Crusty Demons live touring So now that we can go back, we're coming back big.
Well, I'll come back and I want to be up close and personal with people, look them in the eyes, shake their hands, and say thank you for 25 plus years of Crusty Demons and supporting us. And that's why we're going to be way more hands-on and personal and approachable and available, and everything's going to be good. And we're going to be doing, small towns to big towns. We got a good schedule coming up. Probably starting at the end of September. I'll be posting stuff for the next couple of weeks on where we're going, and then we're just going to build a masterpiece and build a fun, 3-hour show plus an interaction with everyone beforehand. So you can check out all the vehicles, trucks, all that stuff.
Well, I was telling Adam Barker, we got to shoot Bub out of the cannon.
Yeah.
I don't know if Bub's ready to go out the cannon, but I mean, if they're gonna use a fucking airbag lander in the middle of the fucking show, anyways, we should shoot Bub out the cannon, and then he could land on the backside of the lander. And we'll just put like a slip and slide shit on it. Send him in a plastic suit, right, Johnny? I think.
That sounds. Hey, Bubs. Just when you weren't online, we were talking about how, they showed the first flash of Calham, but Dana and John were talking about how many times you've gotten work, filming, and your commitment to it, and the one big project we did together, even though we did some littler stuff together over the years, was what we were talking about, Fresno, obviously. And even within that, like, you got your nose broken in a shot, and we made you puke in like that insane day. And I think all of us on this panel that are people that go for aggressive footage and have our entire lives, and we've always been drawn to it. You've stayed around for a reason, and it's because you've always been like the guy that's ready to like throw himself in there, and whatever we need, you do. And, you take a lot of behind the scenes injuries and hits and, anyways, a salute to you. But I was hoping you could be on it live. I know you're having technical difficulties because they're going to play a Fresno clip or two, I guess. But I have like a hidden one that I wanted to show just for you of the documentary of when we made you puke. But you won't be able to see it. But anyways, you'll be able to hear it.
Didn't you make them drink a bunch of fucking alcohol and run up the stairs?
I was, just like John, I've got drives everywhere, so I had to dig into the deep boxes of my garage looking for the drive that I thought had it on it. I was able to find it, get it up to YouTube, send it over to you guys, and we got it railed up. Literally, this has never been posted. If we want to go there before, but. Let's just do it. Nobody needs to see Fresno. They've either seen it or they're not, but you get the idea. We made a feature-length acting comedy. Bubba was in it, which I got because he was in Crusty 2 and Seth's buddy, and we made him a cop, and he killed it. And one of the scenes, he had to puke. So if you want, we can just cut right to that.
Let's rock and roll.
We're here.
Yeah, there it is. So I was super happy.
Oh, Bob, you're up there.
This is it's all set
up.
Bub.
I didn't need a visual of Bub in sweatpants. I need little angry inches sticking out, Bub.
Yeah, they got me a size medium sweatpants.
Jesus, Bub. Yeah, I can see your grapes, Bub.
Well, I know why you're sweating. You're drinking all day.
Holy fuck you.
We made him run up those stairs at least 80 times drunk. So, like, this was a big day for Bubs.
Oh, my God.
Okay, never before seen footage of Bubba behind the scenes, Fresno Smooth.
My training.
Go ahead and play, Maestro.
Started at the beginning, though.
Run up the stairs. The hardest scene for me was probably a part of my training scene in which I had to run up the stairs, kind of like a Rocky scene, and run up the stairs. But when I get up to the stairs, I got to puke.
You got to puke straight out, then a few down.
I'm getting a longer lens. I'm not getting this shit. Anyway.
Hurl shot of the movie was actually me, and it was just a cutaway. Took as much vodka as I could, pounded about 10 swigs to where I just couldn't even swallow anymore.
A little bit.
Puke out the gut, so we thought it would roll that easy. But you know what? In consideration is Bubba is way more of an experienced drinker.
We didn't get it the first day. We fed him everything from a whole fifth of vodka.
He takes the 8
A
swigs.
fifth of vodka, Bub.
Everybody's tense.
And all of a sudden, I couldn't puke.
You know, he's laughing at us.
I need some Grand Marnier.
A whole bottle of Grand
You wanted
Marnier.
Grand Marnier with a vodka?
Yeah, now we're like starting to fear lawsuits and alcohol poisoning and, you know, basically killing our star.
Immediately, I'm drunk, wobbling, so it just wasn't good.
And he basically just gagged a couple times and didn't do anything.
What's that? Fuck, guy! Whacked a bottle of vodka, whacked a bottle of Grand Marnier. Where's my foot bomb hit? Where's that? It ain't gonna make me puke. Yeah.
You didn't have D with you.
But we didn't get the shot that day.
And then the next day we go back there, we gave him like some medical drug that induces vomiting. We gave him as much Epsom salt as we could possibly give him.
A pinch of rat poison.
And then we get one hurl out of him, just one hurl.
But then I couldn't stop.
Oh, you're cutting loose, Bub.
So it took us 2 days to get him to hurl, and then after that he wouldn't stop hurling for 2 days.
So it's like, it was a never-ending thing. It was craziness.
All you gotta do is give him a sugar-free fucking donut and he pukes instantly, dog. You guys didn't know that?
That is crazy.
Wow. That was a rough one.
Give it up for Bob.
That was a good one. Nice, Bob.
Yeah, you should have gave him a Diet Coke. He would have puked.
The pukementary.
Yeah. Nice one, bud.
Man,
What?
we have some good times making that movie as well as Crusty Demons, man. It's a whole crew. It's brotherhood.
Yeah. Can we show the beatdown?
Yeah.
You and Sethro?
Yes.
Let's,
Sethro connected.
What broke his nose for real in this? The actual shot where he got his nose broken is we used in the movie.
oh, yeah?
You can see it. You can see it.
Stunt doubles. We are the stunt doubles.
Go to Maestro 0337 on Fresno Smooth.
0337 coming up.
Yes, sir.
Oh, the midgets?
No,
not the midgets.
We don't need the midgets. It's when Boba gets his nose broken in the climactic cup scene.
It's and tell us about this Seth jump because that thing's huge.
That was Carrie Hart's jump that he was reserving.
Yeah.
He was reserving for like Crusty 4 or whatever we were doing at that point. Crusty 3 maybe. And,
okay. Yeah.
But he hadn't shot for Crusty, but we were like, well, what jumps do you got? Well, you have to have something big for the beginning. He goes, I got this one, but I wanted to, whatever. And I think he double booked it. He shot it with us, and then he shot it with.
Yeah, Adam used our jump.
You know how many times you guys stole my jumps over the
got
years?
you fucker.
No, fuck you guys.
I saw you.
How many
I saw you
MVP jumps I built? Bubba always got the intel on when we were building jumps, and Bubba would come out and get shots for you. So we're fucking even on jumps. I'll take it on I stole your characters. Jumps, fuck you. We're good. And honestly, in all the years, like it was nothing but pleasure to work with you guys. You always traded footage. I always was able to get shots of you. There was never any conflict with you guys in footage and sharing and whatever. I got nothing but good things to say about you guys. But this particular one was Terry Hart's jump. Oh yeah, and so he didn't want to give it up to Seth. That's what it was. So Terry said, this was going to be my jump. My shot. I'm like, oh, we need it for Seth. That's what the problem was. So Carrie was like, dude, it's going to be mine. And I was like, I think we just finally talked him into it. And the funny thing is, it was so old school, and Kerry was like still trying to make a name so much that in case Seth buckled, Kerry made an exact duplicate of Seth's bike and wore exactly Seth's clothes, not because to be a stuntman, but in case Seth wadded, we still had to get the shot. Kerry was ready to be Seth's stuntman, which, like, you know, it's all in the timing. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't have a name yet, so he was going to do that just to be, you know, just to fill in case Seth
A
went
stuntman, yeah.
Wow, that was pretty cool.
That's rad. That's rad, dude.
Okay, let's play it, Maestro. Here we go. Fresno Smooth.
No way, that is him. Dude, I heard that guy was dead.
There you go, Czar.
One Mary 420, pick up over.
420 here. Soda, what you got for me, over?
Sarge wants you to head toward the president's residence. Seems as we have some sort of illegal conglomeration underway.
That's all you had to say, honey.
Bubba Bernardo. There he goes. Death row.
Harold Hunter.
Over jump.
Baby, yeah,
I can't believe you hung on to that bitch.
I own you 3 to 1. What are you talking about? What do you want?
Landed flat.
You're bugging. Come on, man.
Now he's going flat.
Give me my money. Don't try to play.
Uh-oh.
That ain't fair.
Here comes Bob.
And Turnage. R.I.P. Our
Bernardo.
good success was Bubba's kickoff.
Get over here, boy.
Turnage.
Look at here, man. Looks like we got ourselves a goddamn motocross rip. You're going downtown, son. What for? Did you hear that, Bubba? I think I heard that pretty boy call you a pig. You call me a pig, son? What?
Oh,
Oh my God, Seth!
you got a smackdown, bud.
So cheesy.
You're well in trouble, boy.
Oh.
Okay, cut.
Yeah, we can cut there, Maestro.
Oh man, those are good times, man.
Oh, there's Ice-T.
Yeah, you got Ice-T right there.
That was from
Nice. Yeah, hey Bub, do you remember when you guys filmed something at the 17th Street Donut Shop with Fresno Smooth, didn't you?
Yeah.
What was that? What was that scene? Adam doesn't remember.
I was telling him that's when it pissed me off. I was all salty because you guys filmed it. Because remember we did the Paperboy skit there. What did you guys do for Fresno? You did a scene there, right?
That was another donut shop, but I think I wasn't there. But yeah, that was with Rusty and Ron Jeremy and some of his girlfriends.
That was not at a donut shop.
That was a Mexican
at a
one.
burrito shop in Riverside.
Yeah, it was Mexican. That's right.
Yeah. Maybe we're confusing a donut shop.
Yeah, maybe. I just remember there was something. It was like right down the street from Seth's house.
The Mexican restaurant.
I don't know, but all good.
Yeah.
See, you're mad all those years and something that didn't even happen.
Fuck, you're the one that posted it. No, I was never mad. All I was I would poke a stick at you. You know what I mean? I wouldn't give you. Hey, I would give you the high five that you deserve. We'll leave it like that. You know what I mean?
So, Adam, what was it like working with Rusty Setzer?
I mean, it was super fun. It was amazing. Well, he was.
I mean, directing that guy, he probably just said, "Okay, I'm going."
Russ is badass. It's like he's got so much energy and so much crazy that it's hard to confine him. But like when you do, you're gonna a bunch of takes where he's all over the place, but when he nails it good. Like I loved working with Rusty. And it was fun to travel with Rusty as well. Like the dude was just hilarious, and he was super fun. And he always got us in the hijinks. Like there was a time me, Seth, and him and Hart were in some bar in Utah, like the most tame city in the world. Somehow Rusty gets us all in a fight. Rusty gets beat up. He got so like he couldn't. He like almost got a concussion the whole ride home. He's like, "What happened? What happened?" We like explain it to him, and he'd be like, "Oh, okay, what?" He's like, "Did I win?" We're like, "I don't think so." And then like 5 minutes later, "What happened? What happened?" I'm like, "Dude, we just talked about it for like an hour. You don't remember anymore?" Whatever. But that's what they do with Russ, and I don't know. Like that was just one story, but generally, it was always fun with fucking Rusty, dude. The guy's a champ, and he's a one of a kind. And if you can harness his power, you're gonna get rad shit out of it. That's all.
Yeah, if you can harness him.
I think we got quite a bit of Russ.
Oh yeah.
Over
Sure.
the years.
He's
still awesome. He's riding like 20-foot waves now.
He's always been an insanely good surfer.
Yeah.
He was just trying to catch up with Seth, knowing he didn't have to have total skills to get in video. He would be your guys'
just huck it,
pin it straight in the ocean like that. What are your chances of survival, Russ, on that one?
Nothing. Where are you going? Hawaii?
Going off a cliff on a little baby car. What are your chances of survival on that, Russ? Like the Huck the Footer is the sickest shot in movie history. Like what the fuck? And the best part about Huck a Footer, which I wish we could cue that up, is not the stunt, but like somebody tries to help him up, and Russ is like, "Get away! I gotta walk away myself." He had to like make the shot complete. Like
I'm just gonna go down there and hit the comforter. It's like, bro, you missed the comforter.
Yeah.
You landed between the table and the couch.
I want to know the history of that shot. That's one of my favorite shots ever.
He told us a story, and he said that he was trying to upstage somebody because they jumped off like the first balcony.
Oh, he was trying to upstage the guys in Whiskey.
Yeah, from Whiskey.
Oh, Whiskey! Those guys are gnarly. I was about to say
that was Johnson.
Whiskey can fuck with anybody. Whiskey's
Hey,
gnarly.
straight blew him out though.
Sean Johnson and that crew.
Yeah, Sean Johnson.
Boozy the Clown was rooftop.
Boozy was all time.
I was
all over Canada.
Those guys were gnarly. Boozy was crazy.
Yeah, Boozy.
We would watch those in the dorms. I would gather people like, "You got to see this," and there'd be this like.
Yeah, we would go hang out with those fucking people. That was always fun.
Oh, you guys were neck and neck. You guys were in the same.
Yeah, I miss all you guys too sometimes.
Well, remember we were snowboarders too, so a lot of them were up in Canada. Were coming from the snowboard.
We found all those guys in Vancouver.
Right? Yeah, in Vancouver. That was
yeah. I forget what was the name of those guys, Bub.
It was
not Beer Fridge, but it was something else.
I forget.
But their movie was Whiskey. Check it out.
Yeah.
Fans, you can find it online, I'm sure.
Don't we got to tell people to push the subscribe button on their deal when they're watching our show? And hey, we got to watch some more of the rest of the footage we're going to watch because we're like getting like an hour into this freaking show.
Yeah.
What a good show, huh? We're just fucking pinning it all. We got a bunch of shit to talk about.
Hey, about Maestro. Just to.
Love you, style, bub.
Cheers, bub. Have fun.
Okay, I'll talk to you.
Watch out for the round girls. All right.
Rock and roll, bub.
Yeah, bub.
Just for shits and giggles, let's go to Fresno Smooth in point 1122, Maestro.
That scene's actually a pretty good one. Tony Alva, Tony Hawk, Jeff Emig, and Tony Little from the infomercials.
Yep.
About.
Let her go.
Hello. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Bryce? Oh yeah.
Jeff Hammett.
Is there any way that we can change it? Because me and Jay are going up to Fresno this weekend for that free ride contest. Okay. Yeah.
Jeremy Albrecht.
Don't even tell me you're changing the plans.
Yeah, brother. Slight detour. We gotta go talk to some advertising marketing kook. It'll just take a second.
What? We? What are you talking about, we? I ain't going to the wall chase. I'm going straight to Fresno, find a bar, sit down and drink some fat-ass Jack and Cokes, and be hitting on some filthy white trash hookers. Period. That's what we're here.
Look, I promise this guy, I just want to get it out of the way. This guy's been bugging me forever.
Selling us out to what? Nothing. Listen.
It's so ridiculous.
You can stop right there, Maestro.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go into this, Adam.
I'm telling.
No, I thought we were doing well, I think it's funny that we say Brian Deegan, but David Castillo. No,
if you want to go there,
we're talking about the marketing scene.
I can just watch that shit all day long. It's so funny. You don't see shit for so long, and then you see it. It just kills you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
why don't we go to the actual thing that you did in an edit, and let's go to the Bubba Rocky skit, where let's go in at 14:55, and we'll know why Bubba's so pissed off.
That girl Letitia that's on screen was a legit actress, and we killed it at that part. Oh, this is the day I met Link. This is Metzger's house right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Max's house, huh? That's like his house.
This was the day that I met Larry Linkogle for the first time and became friends forever. The very first time I saw him, he got a bunch of mud. He's about to throw it at the camera, and the first thing we had together was like, I'm covering the lens of the camera, going, "Don't throw the mud!" And he stops. And it's like, I still have that footage, and it's such a funny way to meet a dude that will become a lifelong friend.
So let's go there. 14:55.
Let's roll it.
This is the band called the Whitecaps. Oh.
What the hell are you doing here so early?
I don't need to hear your mouth right now, woman.
Smoking and drinking pregnant.
Sierra, I understand that. Together we can overcome it.
Can a man get a beer after a hard day's work?
Fat ass don't need another beer. Anyways, I have the last one right here.
Give me that can, Mom.
Hey, come on, Bubba, that's my soap. I've been waiting all week to find out if Blake Flanagan's love is a transvestite.
Today, the credibility of Fresno city law was shaken to its very roots. Let's go live to Susie Wong at the courthouse.
Municipal Court Judge Fred Frillhausen today had local motocross hero Seth Enslow from, among other things, riding motocross.
Not any crime, but rather the unique punishment. We have with us Seth's attorney. From your perspective, how do things go?
I don't care, really. You know, it wasn't that great. I mean, the judge was just freaking out all over the place. I just figured he wasn't getting enough pussy, you know.
As a result,
that was Lemmy's first time ever acting, by the way.
Oh, really?
Which he was. According to his
except in an episode of The Young Ones.
Seth has been suspended from motocross, consuming alcohol, and consorting with women for 1 calendar year. In addition, Seth must accept the court-appointed job. Let's go back live at the courthouse.
I was simply doing what had to be done. If these moto punks think that they can take over my town and use it as a stage for their tomfoolery, they've got another thing coming. Enslow, if you're watching...
Metzger, J-Bone, Carey Hart.
Seth's verdict has already caused some considerable backlash. Let's go back to Susie Wong at the courthouse.
As you can see behind the courthouse has turned into a war zone.
Witnesses claim that Fresno police officer Bubba Bernardo harassed and badgered Enslow on the day of the arrest.
Oh, the boss.
Bubba's reaction. Bubba's a good actor.
Yeah, he is.
What was that, Bubba? You got your ass whooped by some motocrosser?
Shut your hole, woman. It's already bad enough without your 2 cents.
My 2 cents? We're going to be the laughing stock of Fresno. You're disgraceful.
Bubba's so good.
Blade Flanagan Jr.?
My boy's not going to be called no Blade Flanagan Jr.
Well, it sure as hell ain't going to be called Bubba Jr. Not after this.
Oh, make fun of
So stupid.
Here he is. Go, Bub.
Henslow, I know just what to do.
I forgot Bubba had a mustache. This was a ripoff of Apocalypse Now, where he stares at the mirror. A little trivia: Nikki Sixx actually cleared this song for us. They had said no, and Nikki Sixx saw the movie and said, "Yeah,
oh, cool."
So thank you, Nikki Sixx. Oh, he really split his pants right there.
I love this one, Adam. Got the donut.
I wish I could take credit for it. That particular shot was all Midas. Most of the shit was me, but Troy had a few great
Oh, here it is.
That was one of them.
Get it, Bub. Get the real deal there. We can cut that right there,
Yeah,
Maestro.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, you can cut that one, Maestro. We might be able to maybe cut our show right here.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good ending right there.
That was badass, Adam. That was funny shit.
You know, that movie was like the greatest times and the worst of times. Like, it had such a hard time coming out. I actually just completely put it aside, but it definitely put my name on the map, which led to my Fuel show, working for the X Games, more working with you guys. So as much as the movie really had a hard time finding its groove, it did start my career, but it was always love-hate. Like, sometimes I'd drop it and people would be like, we don't want to work with you. Other times I'd drop it and they'd be like, dude, we want to work with you. It's a funny part to like start.
Just for the fans out there, what Adam's talking about is he went on to make a pretty cool series called M80. So check that out. I'm sure you can find that on probably YouTube and stuff like that. Am I right, Adam? Probably find
yeah,
the series of M80s.
I think a few of the
They're pretty
episodes.
classic. And we worked with Adam on quite a bit of those. Adam actually traveled with us to Australia to cover kind of behind the scenes of what we were doing and Crusty, like live tours and things like that. So,
Yeah, no, I remember. Well, there's a fan asking about, like, we thought about new Crusty movies, and for that answer, we are going to do a documentary at some point and skim through everything, legends of film we're talking about, all the producers, kind of like how we're doing with you, Adam, and athletes. But hey, Maestro, don't we got to tell the subscribers to, like, subscribe now so they get
Subscribe now.
Subscribe now. Smash hit the like button.
When you guys do that doc, I'll help behind the scenes or whatever, and and I'm actually diving into a motocross doc as well, which I'm going to keep secret, but is coming out. So we'll both be doing docs at the same time. But any crossover, I'll just go ahead and say it. I've really appreciated, the inspiration you guys gave me, which helped start my career, but also the parallel lines we had the whole way through. Trading footage, interviewing you guys endlessly. I've probably interviewed both of you at least 9 times over the years. It just like access to your shows and your premieres and your guys, and it's that time in moto. I'm way more professional now, quote unquote, but those memories live on forever. Years of insanity, of it's like I'm so happy that that's what my background is, because it honestly helps me in the corporate world. Like, if we really got to get down and run and gun, like, you have no idea how many laws I've broken filming, before. I got you. In the meantime, I can still do the corporate level and do the pecking order. But, you guys are a part of my history. Bubba, Dana, Seth, you know, it's been a fun ride with all of you guys, and continues to be. We still see each other at events all the time, and it's always great. Seth I'll throw in there too, and Zabo, and you know, anyways, I'm happy that our lives crossed when they did. We've been able to have so many good memories together over the years. Rock and roll, crusty guys, like, you know.
Well,
it
doesn't stop there, my friend.
Hey, what does corporate world mean?
Scripts to write.
What is corporate world? What?
So I did switch over to advertising, and so I've worked for companies, and now I got a freelance company that, you know, tackles videos for corporate, basically. You know, I've done a lot of stuff, but it's always got a little bit of foot still in action sports. Like, you can't change that aggressive attitude. Like, it always pops through. I'm still sort of the more aggressive choice, I guess you could say.
Is corporate like filming a soup can or something like that?
No, we make them sweet. Like, I did stuff with Tony Horton where we do acting that's right along the lines of your guys' skits, like, you know, having playing a barista with a bunch of angry customers, and, you know, but a lot of documentary style stuff as well. Nice. But for big clients, like I did Hot Topic, we was a dope ass company to work for. They literally gave me we would do zombie fights in the middle of their headquarters for one of their shows. You know, so it's like, even though it's quote unquote corporate, I'm always still aligning with myself with companies that are ready to push it, you know, a little bit. So
no, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, cool. Well, that's a long ass show. You got the reward for the longest show, Adam, I think.
Dana, we got a few shout outs for you here, buddy.
Holy fuck, it's 4:30, but go ahead.
I know, real quick here, Dana.
I missed 4:20.
You're gonna it's just past 4:20.
Don't panic.
Some of the comments I can't post up here, so I gotta read them out. If the hoot is too big, drink a sip of cold water to cool your throat. Ha ha.
All right.
Okay.
Dude, take a breath. Get off the pipe. A little shout out from Queensland. Thank you very much to all our watchers, all our viewers in Queensland. Crusty 2 was the best one of them all.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's a toss-up, man.
For us, it's like a blend. I forget what was in which one.
Right.
The best trivia is ask people. Everyone thinks the Bubba skit was in Crusty 1, and it was in Crusty 2.
It was 2. Yeah.
I challenged so many people with that over the years.
Yeah.
That's even tricked me once in a while. That's even got me once in a while. Bub's asked me. Bub was filming with us in snowboarding before Crusty 1 or during the film.
In Double O Zabo, we blew his head off.
Yeah.
With a bazooka.
Dude, those are my favorite. I love those Double O Zabos.
Yeah.
Those were so good.
Yep. Hey, we're going to have to show those early films from both of you guys' college days one time.
Yes. We'll have to dig those out. I got to find it.
Dana, you got to come up with something too. We'll all come to the table. We'll all make it a party night, and we'll all just like do a triple feature. It'll be fucking amazing.
Adam, my first video was my marriage video. I got married in Maui, and me and my chick just jumped on a plane, and I brought a camera and a tripod and just filmed our trip. When we got back, we just showed, like, edited the video together, and then we played it at the whatever, we had like a reception. So you got the whole experience, the wedding, the honeymoon, the whole deal. That was my first production.
Cool.
Yep. And then I got him.
Yeah.
Turned him into a villain.
When I remember when I first met Dana, it was at some Fox thing, and he had his hair was in two
twin turbos.
That was when I very first met him. I was like, dude, that guy's out of his mind.
Yeah, definitely had issues. Well, cool, man. All right, well, we'll have to do it again soon.
All right, guys.
Users are definitely loving it. Thank you very much, Adam.
Thank you, guys. Always a pleasure.
All right, everybody out there.
Yeah.
subscribe so we can keep building this fucking thing up. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going every Tuesday.
Keep the laughs coming, guys. Crusty says, one of the comments says, I didn't wear my sports bra, so my tits are still bouncing.
Nice.
That was Bub's comment when he was driving down the Outback. Yeah, you gotta get Bub's fucked up because he'll do like the nipple rub shit on you, and that's like a bad visual. So you don't want to sign out with that either. So
I'll give a plug to Bub. You get anybody that's everybody should follow on social media because it's always funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well,
all right, guys, rock and roll.
Nothing better than a
rock and rolling. Thanks, everyone.
Peace.
Peace. Here we go.
Yep.